Hello, I am Jayne Warwicker and thank you so much for pressing on the button that will bring you to this video. That just shows my age, doesn't it? This is going to take you through step by step how my clients use the Lioness Power System to transform their lives in 90 days. So let's get started. We're going to start with a question. Do you have dreams and aspirations in relation to your career, your relationships, and your whole life journey? But that's all they are, dreams. A lot of us don't think about our whole life journey. We go day to day, hand to mouth, trying to get through the day, which is absolutely understandable in these pressured times with everything that's going on. But we really need to look forward and consider exactly what path am I on? And we'll go into that in a minute. So have a think about that. What are your dreams and aspirations, and are you heading towards them? So I'm not going to bore you to death with my story. I just want to let you know that it can be done. I'm an ordinary person. I don't have lots and lots of money. And I thought that my dream of living on a Caribbean island was, way out there. Cuckoo land. Not going to be done. Because only the rich and famous, movie stars, etc., get to do that sort of thing. But there I am on Holtown Beach in Barbados, looking very scruffy, I must admit. I do apologise. And this is my home for, well, at least a year, until I decide what my next adventure is. And it also proves that it is never too old to start. So, how did I do this? How did I make my dream into a reality? So, no good if I'm just going to waffle on and not give you any insight. So, the real problem, you haven't made these 3 simple changes. Now, I didn't just make this up. That's what I want to get through to you. I have a lot of life experience. I have life coaching qualifications, and I have psychology degrees and etc. Lots of relevant qualifications. But the most important thing I had to set me on this journey was a life coach. So if your life coach has not at some point had a life coach, then I'd steer clear. Because you can't do this until you've been through the process. So once I had had my life coaching and I decided to change the way that I live my life, this was a long time ago, I started to coach other people, and over the last 20 years, I have got a proven, tried and tested system. That is why I guarantee results in 90 days, because I have seen that happen, and that is why this system is quite detailed and clear. So, right, I think I've just gone past the... Right, let's talk about how. So, the real problem. You haven't made these 3 simple changes. Nobody needs 101 things to remember. A complicated system where somebody says, I know this system, it's really complicated, but don't worry, I'll explain it to you. We need to make it simple. We need to make it doable, relatable, and something that you can easily put into your life with your life coach's support, or you can try by using these suggestions. So, number 1, hop in the front seat. I like this graphic. So, because you have to get into your mind, and when we are working together, hopefully we will be working together, we'll be using a lot of visualizations. You need to get your brain trained, and without visualization and thinking about things in a visual way, that doesn't happen. So, apologies if you're a man, because I could only find a graphic with a lady. So, hop in the front seat. So, let's change this graphic. Imagine you're in the back seat. She's the driver. She's quite happy because she's going wherever she likes. She can decide the path. She can decide to go down this road, that road. She can decide the final destination. You are firmly sat in the back seat thinking, oh, okay, I'll just go along for the ride. And that is a great metaphor for most people's lives, certainly mine, before I started this journey. So, life is busy, life is pressured, you have families, you have money worries. The last thing you have got time to do is think about your own life journey, your dreams, your aspirations. Some people even start to feel guilty if they start to think about, hang on a minute, what is it that I actually want? So, the first step, we are going to put you firmly in the front seat. You are going to grab that wheel, you're not going to let go, and you are going to take 100% control of your life. You're not going to hope, pray, wish, dream. That is all passive, okay? It gets you nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Makes you feel great for a minute if you shut your eyes and visualise yourself on a beach or whatever your dream is, walking along the road with your ideal partner. Makes you feel good for a bit. Then you open your eyes, reality hits you smack square in the face. Right, as I say, nothing's going to happen if you don't take action. So, you have already started. Just in case you're wondering, you might think, oh, I just clicked on this video. I watch loads of videos. You have already started. You found my website, you found the webinar, and you decided to take a little bit of time out of your day to watch this. Your brain is telling you you've started the transformation. Don't think you're thinking about it. You're already on that road, you're already in that car, and you're already in the front seat. So, well done. Right, really, really important. No more blaming or being stuck in a story that doesn't serve you and makes you powerless. So, I was a major player in this story. So, okay, can't live on a Caribbean island. Can't even afford to go there because my job isn't good enough. I haven't got enough money. I can't get another job because, nobody will take me. I'm not good enough. Who am I to think that I can get a really good job and afford to take holidays like that? You have to take initiative and take action now, and you have to stop blaming everything and everybody else. And we are going to go into that a little bit later in a minute. So, take responsibility. This was me. It's not me. It's their fault. It's his fault. It's her fault. I'm just doing the best I can, and these are the results. We need to take responsibility for ourselves, and that is one of the most liberating experiences and is the basis of everything, all the work that I do. Stop looking outside of yourself for the source and start looking within. So, we create the reality in which we live, nobody else. Honestly, yes, you've got outside influences, but if you work hard enough and you get the right mindset, and we are only talking mindset, then you can get whatever you want and you can live your dream life. So the key elements of this creation are our core beliefs, our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. So I did say this was training, so this probably is the most important slide. That is what is holding you back. Let me go very briefly through those. Core beliefs. So if you're in a relationship or a job or a situation that is off kilter and not in line with your core beliefs, the very strong beliefs that make you who you are not going to be having a positive and successful life. Your thoughts. We are born as babies, pure and simple. Our thoughts are our thoughts, and then they get invaded by situations, sometimes traumatic, horrific situations. Somebody just makes an off-the-cuff remark. Wow, that dress is interesting. Why are you going for that job? That kind of thing. You might not realise at the moment, but that has stuck firmly in your brain. We need to remove all of those and see if they are valid thoughts. Emotions, you need to be completely in control of your emotions, or as we are setting your new life journey, you can hit an emotional roadblock and that'll be it. You won't be able to drive your car. Let's go back to the car. You'll be stuck at the emotional roadblock. We need to make sure those are strong and you are resilient emotionally. And actions, obviously. If we just think about this stuff, that's why I always say, self-help books. I must have read hundreds. Wonderful. Does it actually include any action? Right, now, do this now. So when we have our sessions, should you choose to work with me, I will be teaching you something, some new tool or technique. We'll discuss how it would fit into your life, and then we will discuss how you're going to do that before the next session. We don't just throw information out there. And again, my keywords are life coaching only works if it's transformation, not information. Anybody can read a book. Anybody can read a book, and a day later, even though you've thought, oh my God, that was like life-changing, life takes over again, and that's it. You might as well have not read it. And I'm talking from experience. All of this is from my experience. So, the deep subconscious beliefs you hold will be the destiny you create. So, we need to dig deep. Life coaching isn't easy. We need to squirrel into your brain. We need to get all those thoughts out. And when you have those breakthroughs and you think, hang on a minute, why do I believe that? Who told me that? Why on earth am I living by that thought? That's when we make the actions and we start to change those thought processes. So, this is an interesting one. I will explain the armour in a minute. It's a terrible graphic, but it's the only one I can find. Right, freedom from fear. Let's go a little bit into that. So when you understand what you are most afraid of in life and relationships, so these are things such as failure, rejection, betrayal, hurt, you can change the behaviour that is acting as a barrier, blocking your goals and dreams. So this is very important also. Our brains are a wonderful thing, as you'll start to know as you go down this journey. Sometimes they can hold you back, but in this particular occasion, they are holding you back, your fears, but it's also trying to keep you safe. Your brain is on your side. Sometimes it's not doing the best thing for you, but it is on your side. So it keeps you safe by putting a nice big barrier up. So how you show up and communicate is predicated, I can never say that word, upon your fears and beliefs. So let's go a little bit more into that. Protection prevents connection. So your fear drives you to make choices, act or behave in ways that are designed to keep you safe, like a suit of armour. There you go. I told you the graphic would make sense. So, as I say, your brain is keeping you safe. On the flip side of that is also keeping you from moving on. I can't get a new job because that would be really scary. I've got to meet new people. I've got to learn a whole new load of skills. My job at the moment, I don't like it. The wage is rubbish, but you know what? I don't have to worry about it. I don't get up in the morning feeling anxious. Oh my God, what have I got to do? I've got so much to do. Another one of my buzzwords is do something every day that makes you scared. Right, but we'll go into that on the call. It keeps you alive. So, alive and buzzing, not just alive. So in hiding behind this armour and layers of protection, I'm sure you can see it. You can probably see that bubble around yourself. All the things, all your dreams are on the outside of the bubble, and your mind is keeping you inside the bubble. Let's keep you nice and safe. You'll never experience true connections, whether this be with your partners, your friends, your family, or positive connections with work colleagues. You're not being your true self and you're not chasing your dreams, which is totally understandable. I think this probably applies to 100% of the population until you have a think about it and you address it. This fear will also keep you within your comfort zone. I hate that word. And will hamper growth in all areas of your life. So relationships. Yeah, I've got this boyfriend. He's nice. He doesn't hit me. You know, he brings in some wages. I should count myself lucky. You're not doing either of you any favours. You need a relationship where you are 100% in love, where you get butterflies in your stomach despite being together for 14 years. And I am talking from experience now. And boy, have I kissed some frogs, so I know where I'm coming from. New interests or hobbies. You know, I'm 54. I would love to play the drums. And when I get back, I'm going to get drum lessons. Why not? If somebody laughs at me or goes, oh my God, you know, there's a 55-year-old woman sitting over there in this class, who cares? New career opportunities or promotions. Again, I've mentioned it before, okay, this company that I work in, I could just make it brilliant. I could do this, I could do that, I could do that, but I'm just a worker. Nobody wants to know what I think. How can you influence that company? You can climb the ladder. And we're going to be talking a little bit about that and being your authentic self and the power that that wields in just a little minute. So, number 3, the last one, although we do have a little add-on, but this is the last step, the secret weapon. So what is the secret weapon? Power is the secret weapon. Now, this is why this system is called the Lioness Power System. I kind of called that after me, and apologies again for the men. Just swap it to Lion Power System if you're a male listening to this video. So, just because I'm a female, so sorry. So, a person who knows what they want and puts that out into the world absolutely unapologetically with their energy, their words and their actions is irresistible and undeniable. And that is how I got where I am today. I have banished all my doubts, my fears, my insecurities. I ensure that I live by my core beliefs, and that I am the driver in that car. Anybody else tries to get in that seat, they are kicked firmly out. So, when you make these 3 changes, what are you going to get from this? I mean, this is very, very short. I'm just doing bullet points today. You can easily achieve your goals, dreams and desires, whether these be personal or career orientated or both. It should affect every single aspect of your life. For good. This isn't a quick fix. This is lifelong. Ensure that you are living your best life with unbreakable confidence, self-belief and resilience. As I say, lifelong. No good if we go through this program and you think, wow, my life is so excellent, and a bombshell drops, which it will. Life throws those. Somebody close to you dies, you lose your job, etc. We need to make sure that you then go to your toolbox where you've got lots of tools and techniques. You get them out, you start again. Create healthy and happy relationships, whether they be romantic or other, and have them last a lifetime. The name of this program is New Life, New Love, New Me. And that was actually kind of designed after my first client, who I will go into a little bit in a minute. But if one of those things that you do not need is new love, because you are quite happily loved up, congratulations, then that is not a problem, because this is about enhancing relationships, and majorly the relationship you have with yourself. So, my promise to you, a step-by-step program, easily understood, easily implemented, to ensure that you achieve a new life, new love with yourself, if no one else, and new you in 90 days. Because I'll just run back over it, being the pilot and not the passenger means you are taking 100% responsibility for yourself and your life. So your goals, you will reach them, because do you know who's going to get you there? You. Getting real about your fear and dropping defensive behaviour keeps you from being open to experiencing new or enhanced connections and chasing those life-changing challenges. Let's get you out of that hideous safety zone. The secret weapon is all about understanding how to show up completely authentically, I can't say that word, authentically, and fully empowered. I know that's a buzzword that everybody throws about. Being empowered is amazing. And once you are empowered, you can empower others, whether that be your children, your family, your workmates, your team, which will allow you to achieve anything you set your mind to. Yes, you can have it all. Another one of the things that I'm bandy about, but I do believe in it, is life with no limits. There shouldn't be. We all talk about this glass ceiling, or, okay, this is the kind of person I am, so these are the kind of things that I can do. Life with no limits. Why on earth would you limit and restrict yourself? So, again, not going to bore yourself about, bore you about me. So just a little bit to know, so that you know enough. I have a strong background in psychology. I have a degree in psychology from Coventry University, and coach individuals who have lost touch with themselves, their goals and aspirations, and want to transform their entire life experience. Even though there's only 3 steps there, it will radiate out into all areas of your life. And as I say, I don't deal in half measures. We're not going to kind of temporarily fix your life or one aspect of it. We're going to go the whole hog. And that's why it is a 12-week course. You need to do the entire process. Obviously, it is a tried and tested system, but you are all individuals, so everything is totally bespoke to yourself. So, 3 simple changes. Hop in the front seat, freedom from fear, power is the secret weapon. And you can start now thinking, okay, how do I hop into that front seat? What's stopping me from hopping into that front seat? Start with that. What am I scared of? So you will then trust yourself and have the courage to pick the right path in any situation and know exactly what to do and not to do. You won't doubt yourself. To navigating your way through life and ensure that you achieve your goals. And let's face it, that's all we want to do. We want to be in charge of our own life. We want to have everything that we ever dreamed of, and we need to achieve your goals. And most importantly, you will realise that you were always lovable, capable, and frankly, bloody awesome. I haven't had any clients that aren't bloody awesome. Bits of you may have just got lost on the way, and that is why I love the work I do. There is nothing intrinsically wrong with you. There is nothing intrinsically wrong with anybody. We came into this world as an uncomplicated little package. Bits of you will have got lost along the way. It would have got distorted along the way. The experiences that you've had, the things that people said, will have moulded you into the person you are today. You are still you. We have to go in there and find you again. So, what not to do. So this is something that comes up a lot. I find that both sexes are powerful in their professional lives, and this applied to me, but show up diminished and uncertain within your relationships. This will never work. So at the time of being a very successful corporate manager, I was on the dating scene after a divorce, a very nasty divorce. It was a nightmare. I have no idea. It was 2 different personalities. One person at work, very capable, confident, successful. Dating world, oh my God, won't go there now, but I'm sure we'd get into it when we're on the call. Do not acquiesce, accommodate, defer, or deflect. We need to be authentic. And we'll go into that a bit more on the call, because that is a very important thing. We need to find your authentic self, because you'll kill your chances of connection and end up either dating a doormat, if it's the dating scene that you are on, or being accused of being an ice queen or king. That's just an example if you don't get it right. In your career, you'll be overlooked when it comes to promotion. So if you are not an authentic person that people can read very easily, nothing hidden, you are going to have a lot of trouble with all the relationships in your life. You are also not going to, climb the career ladder in a way that you want to. You're going to confuse people. That is not great for good, positive connections. You must find the sweet spot. And we will be talking more about that on the call. So again, how? Don't focus on just one goal. I'm going to tell you a little story. I'm not going to bore you. One of my clients, she's absolutely amazing transformation. I love this lady. It sounds scary, only just not focusing on one goal. And I came into this as well, okay, all right. If I lived on a Caribbean island, I'll be happy. Yeah, okay. And this lady, I just want a partner that will love me, treat me right within 3 months. Thank you very much. Okay, so on the first session, let's look at your goals. Let's start thinking about what else in your life you want to achieve. Let's push you forward into 3 months. What does your life look like? My life looks like me sitting on a sofa with my perfect partner. Thank you very much. Okay, and I could not budge her. I could not budge her. So I thought, right, okay, I can help you with that, but we're going to delve a little deeper. By the end of 12 weeks, and I still keep in touch with her now. She had quit a job that she absolutely hated. She had gone back to college, and this is a lady in her 40s with already had 3 children, and she'd always dreamed of this career. That's what life coaches will help you do. We'll question why. Why on earth are you in that job? What will be the worst thing that happens if you quit? And we will go through and we'll dispel all of those fears. She's now just passed with honours her course. She is now a qualified nurse. She is moving back to an area where all her friends were. She kind of got pushed to one area where all her friends weren't. And she wasn't being honest to herself. She was dating the most horrendous people because she was attracting the most horrendous men. Not possibly anybody's fault. She just needed to find her authentic self. Her life is on the up, and she is now planning her next big adventure. Why are we talking about this? Because chasing after something you want often keeps it just beyond our reach. You absolutely get obsessed, making it elusive. So we think about chasing a wet bar of soap around the bathtub. There's my dream. Can't get it, just out of my grip because I am absolutely frantic. So when you get this wrong and you show up as frantic and desperate, and will definitely end up repelling the high quality individuals or job offers that you want and that you set your heart on without even knowing it. You want it so badly. They are definitely going to sense your fear and anxiety, and they will run for the hills. Flip it over. I'm sure you can think of people like that. People who are desperate to get to be your friend. People who are desperate to go out with you. People, if you hire people who desperately want that job, their most authentic, genuine self is not being shown at that moment. It's not a recipe for success. So, when you get this right, when you want something, that's fine, but you do not need it. You can sit back, you can relax and work on making those 3 simple shifts. Focus on what you really can control, you. Again, an important takeaway from this, if you don't take anything else away, have a think about this just for 5 minutes. You can control nothing, absolutely nothing in this life apart from one thing, and that is you. You are in, or can be, in complete control of you. Everything else, no. You can mould it to your own advantage once you have found you are in control of yourself, but otherwise, no, just you. Interesting thought, and it can be quite a breakthrough. So, invest in mentoring. As I've said, you can watch this, you can take it away, and I hope it gives you some insight, some thoughts, some little nuggets to think about. But you must invest in mentoring if you want to make that 100% transformation in your life. And I did this myself. I spent years just getting advice from friends and family who tell you exactly what you want to hear, not what you need to hear, what you want to hear, because they love you and they don't want to hurt your feelings. And then I eventually got round, after a traumatic event, I got round to some life coaching. I had counselling first, which I found quite traumatic and I didn't find it useful. I'm not saying that's going to be the case for everybody, but it didn't give me any long-lasting effects. And then somebody told me about life coaching, and I haven't looked back. So, if you could have done this on your own already, you would have, and you wouldn't be listening to me now. I am living proof. Honestly, I am living proof. I just wasted so many years reading books, worrying about things. How am I going to do this? Being lost. And that life coach gave me the clarity to move on and start building the life that I wanted in the second part of my life. You cannot positive self-talk yourself out of this one. You can't go to the mirror in the morning and give yourself some positive affirmations and a pat on the back. It's not going to work. Not with this. It helps. It's not going to work. You need more than advice or a band-aid quick fix solutions, which is what I talk about sometimes with some very general counselling or self-help books or talking to some random people, because information unfortunately doesn't create transformation. We need actions and we need to dig deep. And very importantly, you need to work with someone who cares enough to tell you the truth. That's what I was talking about with your friends and family. They'll give you advice, you'll follow it, it won't work. You need to be told the truth, what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And who will guide you step by step and help you apply what you know intellectually, because you know all this stuff. We all know all this stuff. It is really difficult to apply. I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy, but we need to do it for a tangible change. And you need to be shown your blind spots. We all have them, and understand what you are doing that isn't working so you can change it. If you don't know what you're doing that's blocking your dreams, you can't do anything about it. And your friends and family are not going to tell you the harsh reality and the truth that you need to hear. You've probably invested in your education. Let's have a think about that and the areas in your life that you've got sorted and you didn't even consider spending money on. You probably invested in education, training, career advancement, fitness, finance goals. And that is why you are probably successful within these areas of your life. Have a think about that. All of the money that you've invested in things that are important in your life. You spend on loved ones, children's camps and activities. Believe me, been there, done that. It's like a bottomless pit when you've got children and grandchildren. And at some point, you'll probably pay for their education if they're going to college and university. All things that are important to you and them. But there is no shame in needing help in ensuring that you are getting the absolute 100% best experience in life. And again, you will realise that you've probably put yourself, where are you on your list of importance? Where are you? Because you should be at the top. And everybody goes, oh my God, I can't be at the top. I need to be way under my children and my grandchildren and my best friend. No, you don't, because you're not serving them. You are not serving them by being down the bottom of the list, because they are not getting the best of you. You are the most important person in your life. You are the person that needs sorting. You are the person that you are 100% in control of. And they will benefit from the work you do on that. The only shame would be to waste another moment feeling sad, lonely or confused or unfulfilled and frustrated. Again, this is from life experience. It doesn't matter what qualifications life coaches have. They need to be able, as we say here, to be able to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. You don't need a sympathetic ear. You don't need people to just read bits of things that they've read out of a book at you. There are a lot of helpers out there who do mean well, but aren't highly trained or who can't do for themselves what they are teaching. If I have, I still continue to see a life coach. You can't just fix yourself and think, really, that's great, because life happens. So you need somebody who knows what they're doing to challenge you. That is the main thing that a life coach will do. They will challenge everything that you think, that you do. It's really annoying, but you will get a lot from that. So, right. 100% of my clients have massive breakthroughs within the first session. So that is, and I like this graphic, it's a light bulb moment, and I did with my coach. They'll ask you a question, and there's a hideous silence, and we use those silences in a professional way. And suddenly, because nobody's filled that silence, you really start to think about the question, and you start to analyse it. Life is so busy, we never just sit to think, why am I doing that? What on earth am I doing that for? Because it brings me this negative reaction. You need to get light bulb moments, and that's what you will get throughout the course. So I can absolutely say 100% of my clients have massive breakthroughs within, actually I should change that, it's not within the first session, it's within the the breakthrough call, which is of course 100% free. Achieve the life that you want. So I'm waffling, I do tend to waffle, because I like communicating with people. So be the pilot, not the passenger. Get real about your fear. Use the secret weapon and let go of the outcome. Now you have a choice. So I love this graphic, and I always think about this it's always in my head. Just think about this graphic in your head. Somebody asks you a question. Somebody gives you a choice. This is you. Tried to find one that looked a little bit, that could be a man or a lady. So there are two paths here. Up until now, you possibly have been travelling this one, your life path. Think of that as your life path. As far as you're concerned, it's set. You've got your house, you've got your husband, you've got your children, and you're tootling on down here. There's sometimes some roadblocks, something throws something up that you have to get over. Basically, it's safe. You've got your armour on, so you're all right, and you're travelling down there. Down here is all of your dreams and desires. So picture those here. You have to personalise this picture. And we do a lot of visualisation, as I say, within the sessions. So if this was me, there'd be a beach here. There'd be me with 100% absolutely unbreakable confidence. This would be in mind before I started coaching. Dream job, being able to live anywhere in the world that I wanted to, because I had a job that would allow me to do that. Not because I earn lots of money, but because I've managed to fit that into my life. If you do a virtual job, you can do that from anywhere. All sorts of other things here. A really, really stable, happy relationship. So they're all down there. But to go down there, you have to take your armour off. You have to look deep into yourself. You have to do lots of scary things. So, but that is what no life coach. I know it sounds like I'm selling my services. I'm not. This was me. That was my life. This was my hopes and dreams. I am now. I'm only 55. I'm about there. Life is, you're not going to have everything you want, because you don't even know what you want to be doing at 70. It's a completely endless journey. So, how can I help? I've set aside time to speak to you personally. You won't get an admin. You won't get any member of the team. You will just get me. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, after you've listened to me waffling on, I'll leave that up to you. Whatever your biggest challenges are, I've seen and heard it, and probably experienced it in the days before I knew better. Probably got the t-shirt as well. And know how to overcome it. I am not saying in any way that I have travelled in your shoes. I've just had a lot of experiences, good and bad, throughout my life that have moulded me, and that I have turned to my advantage with the help of my life coach. So, an important one, and that people never address, and that puts people off going for the 100% free breakthrough call, because you will see that on everybody's website. And then you get on there, and actually they don't want to speak to you. They don't want to get to know you. They just want you to buy their stuff. So, will this be a pressurised sales call? No, is the short answer. This is a 100% get to know you breakthrough call. So, the decision as to whether you work with me is yours alone, but I will stand for you and challenge your decision. So, you will find out more about that on the call, but it is very important that you understand I will be standing for you on that call. So, I will be 100% honest with you. I will be 100% authentic, and I will stand for you. So I will challenge everything you tell me in a good way, not a scary way. And the decision at the end of it will be a joint one. But if you decide this is not for you, after I've finished challenging your decision, I will respect 100% what you decide. So, who's this for? Basically, anybody who wants to transform their life. But there are some things that you need to think about. If this is a priority right now, it's very important that you are on. You've already pressed that button. You're already ready to go. We need to do this. So, not maybe later or when work slows down, because those are all, if you've been listening to what I'm saying, excuses to keep you safe. Your armor's telling you that. Nothing is more important than happiness, and life is very short. Let's get going. Let's take decisive action now. You value your learning, growing and being the best version of yourself. As I've mentioned, the coaching can be tough. You've got to explore and dig into your inner brain. There are things there that you didn't even think were lurking there. We will find them, we'll dig them out, we'll challenge them, and we'll dispel them if they need dispelling. But I am here with you all of the way, and hopefully we will have a laugh too. I love the sessions with my clients. We get to know each other, and we make sure that it's not just painful, that we have a laugh too. Right, okay. And with all of my sessions, with all of my programs, there is unlimited email support. My first life coach was absolutely brilliant, but you will find, in fact, I've never found anyone with in-between support. You get an appointment on a Tuesday, and then they arrange to see you the next Tuesday. What's the point in that if you have a crisis on the Wednesday? So I have kind of tweaked my approach so that I'll give you some homework, I'll give you something to think about, and you have a question, and you come off the call and you think, hang on a minute, I can't remember what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how to do this, or I've implemented this and it backfired right in my face. I am always here to be supporting you. This is not for you if you are struggling financially. Obviously, there is a cost to this should you continue to work with me after the free breakthrough call. My prices are very reasonable. I don't do this to make myself thousands of pounds. I wish, but I like living my life also. This is a vocation. So, but obviously I don't do it for free. I have to live. So if you're struggling financially, there are absolutely, we can discuss that. We can discuss payment plans and ways that you can get around that, because it is important that you do this and that money isn't a block. You are dabbling, looking for a quick fix or a tidbit of helpful advice, or you are just doing research or gathering information. So, that's not the point that you are at. I'm pretty sure that's not the point where you are at, because if you are still reading this after 41 minutes and 55 seconds, you're serious. So, and if after listening to this presentation, you still think the problem is that you are just unlucky. So while we're doing this, so on this call, I will get you clear on the exact cause of your issues and blocks, and whether it be your personal or professional life, we will look about that on the call. We'll come up with an exact plan and vision for the life you want, no matter how bad things have been up until now. Don't worry where you are at this moment. And after all this, if we agree we are a good fit, you'll be invited to book your first appointment and get started. We don't delay, we don't mess about. I will make some room in my calendar for you ASAP. Places are very limited, so don't delay. Obviously, at the moment, I'm in a different time zone, but I will accommodate whatever is best for you. And I cannot wait to speak with you. I love hearing people's stories and seeing what we can do to make sure that they achieve their goal. So, 3 simple steps. Don't hesitate. Book your totally free breakthrough call today using the link below. If you're on a mobile, you might need to twizzle your phone about so that you can see that link, or take a screenshot, type that into your browser, and you'll be able to book a call through that. However, if you want to go onto my website, there's a WhatsApp option, and also an email option. So please pick up that phone. Don't delay. Don't overthink it. Take off your armour. Jump out of it. Banish your fears. What can you lose? It's 100% call free. Nothing to lose. And you never know what, there might be everything to gain. And I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye.